Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video. And today we're doing a little bit of a channel update. Now, of course, over the last few weeks, we've been obviously celebrating the first anniversary of Danmachi Battle Chronicle, and along with that, with the upcoming release of Season 5 of Danmachi, of course, I think it's a good time for us to talk about the direction of this channel and some changes I'm going to be bringing to the channel over the coming weeks. Now, of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video and all that sort of good stuff, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know in the comment section down below if you have any ideas about anything you want me to do in terms of anything Danmachi related, or even potentially extended to other aspects of Danmachi. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than willing to listen to some of your ideas and your thoughts as well. And I'd love to do some of the video ideas that you guys provide, of course, if they are something that I'm interested in, of course, as well. Because that, I think, is the biggest crux of this channel update, is doing what I want to do. Now, over the past few months, even the past year, I would say, right, we've been focused as hell on Danmachi Battle Chronicle, right? We've obviously done a lot of other Danmachi related stuff. Of course, you guys have seen me do reviews about the light novel. You've seen me obviously cover all the 10th anniversary related stuff, the anime trailers, PVs, and so on and so forth, right? So we've done a lot for obviously other aspects of Danmachi, but realistically, if you take a look at the last year and you look at the amount of videos I've put out almost every single day a video, and more often than not it's been related to Danmachi Battle Chronicle. I think it's time for us to change that, and I think the first reason as to why that's being done in the first place is because, well, to be honest, I'm not enjoying making content for the game. And when I say making content for the game, I mean video content. Of course, streams and everything I don't think are going to change drastically, so I'll just let you guys know upfront that that is not going to change. We're still going to be streaming the game and or anything related to Danmachi every 2 days, or however the schedule is going to be set up, the alternate day schedule. But when I talk about the when I'm doing Danmachi video content specifically for Battle Chronicle, right, it is getting a little bit unfun is the best way to put it. I think that's really the best way to put it. It is becoming a little bit unfun. It feels like sometimes I'm putting out content to put out content, and I don't think that's good for me or you guys. You guys might be able to tell from video to video potentially, and especially in certain videos where I'm just not enjoying myself, or I'm not having fun with the game, and you can see I'm kind of just forcefully doing it, and I don't want that to be the case. You know, obviously when there's updates and, you know, interesting content for us to do, like for example the damage ranking event, the update days, of course, and also just generally as well when there's something new and fresh that I'm interested in talking about, when there's a new mechanic or something like that, right, I'm always interested to cover it, right? Like today, for example, I was quite interested to talk about this whole aspect of the, you know, challenge tickets and of course the ability board farming, because it's something interesting and a way for me to help you guys as well. But when it comes to something else, like say for example I'm making a video on, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of something, but like Abyssal, or if I'm trying to make a video on, you know, something along the lines of like, oh, the new raid has come, which isn't any different. I'm not talking about the Cadmus raid, but I'm talking about like when the Minotaur raid comes back, and I have to make a video on the Minotaur raid, even though I've already done it 50,000 times. Same thing with even arguably the Uncharted Battlefield as well, right? I feel like it's come to a point where some of the content in the game is getting a bit stale in terms of content creation. Not to say that, of course, on stream I have a lot of fun doing some of the challenges, I enjoy some of the banter I have with y'all as well, but when it comes to video format, of course, because it's only me talking to y'all, I think it becomes a little bit unfun. But more importantly than the content itself, I think also the scheduling of this game is not as fun, or it's not as engaging as Danmimo's was, or any other gacha game for that matter. Because if you look at other gacha games, right, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, Danmimo, Dokkan, Legends, so on and so forth, they've operate on what is effectively a 2 to 3 week event cycle, right, where basically an event lasts for 2 to 3 weeks. In that they try and jam pack as much as possible. I know people would say Genshin and HSR are 6 weeks, but technically phase 1 is 3 weeks, phase 2 is 3 weeks, right? So technically even they also follow a 3-week event cycle if you're really looking at it from that perspective, right? But Danchro, on the other hand, follows a 4-week event cycle, which means, okay, first week we get content. That's obviously going to be amazing because we're going to get new units to look forward to. We're going to get obviously a new story. We're going to get some new content potentially in terms of events and challenges, so on and so forth, right? Second week might slow down a little bit because obviously we're getting into the groove of things, or the second week usually brings the ranking event, right? Usually, and so that is something to look forward to. And then of course the third week is pretty much just wrapping up the event, but the problem is they extended by an extra week and make it 4 weeks, and it becomes a big problem there. And this is something I've been noticing for a while now, since pretty much March or April, when they switched over to this 4-week event cycle schedule around then. But I never really thought too much of it until like around Sword Art Oratoria, where that was in June, of course, where I started to feel the effects of like, well, I'm not really enjoying doing this every single day, but I was like, you know what, let's look at it, until anniversary and see how it goes. And we are in the anniversary. We're approaching the end of the anniversary as well, and I am still feeling the same way. And in fact, it's become even worse potentially because of the way they've had to extend now the anniversary potentially by an extra week or two. So maybe even 3 weeks, and it's like, okay, that kind of solidifies what I've been thinking for a while now. I will still make Danmachi Battle Chronicle content, but it's going to be a lot less. I think maybe 2 times a week, potentially 3 times, depending on the situation, of course, right? Like on update days and stuff, I expect a bunch of videos and stuff, but like realistically, if you're looking at it from a week-long perspective, I'd only drop videos on like certain days about Danmachi Battle Chronicle, maybe 2 days, like I said, for the most part. That being said, though, that does not mean that there's only going to be 2 videos a week on this channel. No. What that means is we're going to divert our focuses back to effectively Danmachi as a whole. I want to do some video ideas that I've been thinking about for a very, very long time, but I've not been able to because I've been busy, or with Danmachi Battle Chronicle, I'm having to get a video out every day for that and stuff. It's not been easy to get around to doing it because a lot of the Danmachi videos I want to do videos for require me to do a lot of research, and that does take time. It does take a lot of time, and so now that if we are going to back out from Danmachi Battle Chronicle content every single day, I'm going to have more days to work on other content. Not only that, I'm also going to be able to work on my second channel, which I'll talk about later on in this video as well, because of course that is also going to get a little bit of a boost as well, thanks to me relaxing a little bit on this front as well. But with the other Danmachi content, I've been wanting to do stuff regarding the light novels. The SO manga is something I've been wanting to read, and I definitely want to do it. I've obviously got Vistoria coming up as well, the finale episode, or the final episode I should say, and I'm going to be working on that as well. But along with that, I want to do stuff with, the anime coming up. Season 5's coming up. There's got to be a lot of videos to be made there. I've like a couple of video ideas I want to make before the season releases. And because of me stopping this, and maybe this next week being that stopping period effectively, it's going to allow me to work on those videos heavily so. And I'm very much looking forward to that. But, yeah, I'm more interested in making those types of videos, the research focused videos, the video ideas I have. I want to focus on that as well, and I think this will be the right decision. So videos as a whole will probably go down for sure, but instead of it just being 2 videos of Danmachi Battle Chronicle, it'll be 2 videos of Danmachi Battle Chronicle plus 2 videos of just regular Danmachi every week. And I think so effectively we're doing 4 videos a week, effectively 4 to 5 videos a week most likely, and I think that's gonna work extremely well. Of course, what I also wanted to talk about was a little bit of the second channel as well. The second channel is something I want to talk about as well because, of course, I'm going to be probably giving a bit more time there as well, potentially now that we're, kind of slowing down a little bit and easing off the busyness of this channel a little bit, right? Because the second channel I'm going to be working on with Dragon Ball content heavily so right now at the moment. We'll probably do some other stuff as well, like Pokemon, potentially some racing games and so on and so forth, potentially. But more so than anything else, we're going to be doing a lot of Dragon Ball, especially with Sparking Zero coming out. Like this Sunday, I have a 6-hour stream planned for Budokai Tenkaichi 2, and then we'll be doing a 12-hour stream when Sparking Zero releases the weekend of Sparking Zero's release the weekend after. So there is a lot of plans I have for this, for the second channel as well, and I'm very excited to, of course, be covering that on the channel, of course, as well. But talking about this channel again, I just wanted to mention the second channel really quickly because, you guys get an idea of what's going to be happening there as well. If you're interested, the link's in the description for that as well. But back to this channel. like I think Danmachi Battle Chronicle has still potential and all that sort of stuff. I've been saying it for a very long time and whatnot, right? But the way they've scheduled this game out and the way this game works, right? It's just not. I don't think it's good for a content creator, in my personal opinion. And there are games like that. There are some gacha games and games like that aren't good for content creators. At most, they're good stream games. And I think I will say this. Danmachi Battle Chronicle is a better stream game than it is a video game, in the sense of like, when I say a video game, I mean like video-based content game kind of thing. It lends more of itself into being a good stream game because of the way the content is structured, with like Abyssal, with raids, with you know, the damage ranking event and so on and so forth. The way it's structured is more so than that. I would say Danmimo was a better video-based game than it was a stream-based game, first, funnily enough. And the reason why Danmimo was better in that sense, and I'll talk about that in right now, is because Danmimo's structure, the way Record Buster was done, the way War Games was, the way you know, Grand War was, the way 7 Zone was, and so on and so forth, the way the structure was, with its you know, consistently changing enemies and consistently changing mechanics in certain stages and stuff, lended itself into obviously the guide based content, the also the challenge based content as well, and so on and so forth. And also along with all of that as well, the amount of summons you would get as well, you know, per week and stuff, and then of course the amount of banners that there would be as well, which were way more than in Danchro, of course, right? And the fact that it was a 3-week event cycle, like I said, it lended way more into it being a, you know, a video-based game than anything else, along with the added factor of like, you'd have a stream every week, right? So there'd be or stream every 2 weeks, so you'd have something to do there. You'd have the data mines, you'd have the translations online on the news pages, so on and so forth. It lended itself more into that, whereas Danchro is a lot less like that. It's not as much of a it's not as easy or as fun, I would say, as well, to make video based content on the game. You know, it's not as fun as it was for Danmimo. So yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, for me, you know, Danchro, or this channel, I should say, first and foremost, is a hobby, right? I'm not making tons of money from this channel. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about this. It's more of a hobby for me. I love making content for this channel, but I also want to ensure that I still love making content for this channel, and I think I have to make that decision, because I just don't enjoy making video content for Danmachi Battle Chronicle as much as I used to back in the day. And that doesn't mean I don't enjoy making stream-based content. I'll reiterate that again, because some people may confuse that. We will still keep streaming. There will be streams almost every other day for sure, no doubt about that, and so a lot of other things as well. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest a little bit, and I wanted to give this as a little bit of a channel update, and to let you guys know where we're going to be going from here on out, of course, right, and everything. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys understand as well, and you guys can let me know if you have any ideas, like I said, about any videos in the future and stuff like that, because I'm going to be definitely you know, looking into it, and I'll be talking to y'all as well in the comments regarding it as well. So feel free to let me know in the comments about what you guys want to see in the in the future. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, if you guys enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.